Talk Back 3, only on News Channel 3.
The PLO is leery of the peace agreement between Jordan and Israel.
It says the agreement gives Jordan a special role in managing Muslim holy sites in Jerusalem. But in Washington today, Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin and Jordan's King Hussein said they want to live as neighbors and friends. They made a unique double appearance before a joint session of Congress and issued a call for peace.
Let us make an end to the bloodshed. Let us make true peace. Let us today be victorious in ending war.
We are together committed to work tirelessly to banish forever the abnormal conditions which have dominated our people's lives.
Hussein also asked Congress directly for U.S. aid in building Jordan's economy. No group is claiming responsibility for a car bomb that exploded today outside the Israeli embassy in London. At least 15 people were injured, one of them seriously. The blast was so powerful, it shattered windows at several nearby buildings, including Kensington Palace, where Princess Diana and other royal family members live.
American soldiers are now setting up the first water purification systems in Goma for 1 million Rwandan refugees. Clean water is crucial to slowing the spread of a deadly cholera epidemic that's already claimed 14,000 lives.
There is no word on what caused a deadly explosion today at a rocket plant in California. 2 workers were killed and a third was seriously injured at the Rocketdyne facility in Simi Valley. The explosion touched off a 15-acre brush fire.
Dozens of wildfires continue to burn in the western states. Firefighters say a blaze in Wenatchee National Forest in Washington state is one of the most threatening, forcing the evacuations of 20 homes. In all, some 4,000 firefighters are either battling fires or on their way to fire lines in the West.
Godzilla is making a comeback. Japan's king of monsters will star in his 21st movie in December. He'll fight an extraterrestrial monster in Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. Godzilla made his debut back in 1954 and has since sold about 82 million movie tickets. A lot of movie tickets right there.
Lip is back.
You're right, no doubt about it. Mike Heller is on assignment. Nita Wiggins is here today to let us know what's going on out at the TPC at Southwind.
That's right, Alex and Jerry. A lot of golf tickets sold for the end of the week and for today, too.
Yeah.
That's right, big action out there today. They call this Super Tuesday, and for good reason. A youth clinic, a trick shot show, and the day's highlight, the shootout. The day began with practice rounds. Lauren Roberts got out there early. The Memphis golfer is one of the favorites, as you know. Now, the youth clinic took place at noon. It was followed by a show with roommates Fuzzy Zeller and John Daly. Zeller is spending the week with Daly as they head into play on Thursday. And finally, you know, that other tournament will be the highlight of the week. Later on in the day, 10 players were highlighted by Price, Daly, and Zeller. Teed off on number 10, eliminating a player on each hole through 18. More on how that turned out with Glenn Carver tonight at 6 o'clock. One late change in the tournament field, Lee Jansen has pulled out. He's undergone surgery for a hernia. His spot has now been filled by Michael Allen. And there is more on the injury front. Remember, John Daly pulled out of the tournament last week in Boston, mainly because of exhaustion. But a deeper problem may be Big John's back. Daly said all the travel has caused muscles in his back to inflame, and that may cause him some trouble this week.
This is home, and I want to play at home. So, you know, I don't know what to expect, but I feel like I'm hitting the ball pretty good, and I've been putting real well. I just don't want to feel like I did Thursday. That was tough.
And get all the tournament news you need right here on News Channel 3 beginning at Wednesday night at 10:35. The Memphis Tigers are taking off, literally. The basketball team is playing in Australia this summer. Here's a look at the scene at the airport as the Tigers set off for that big trip. The travel party of 31 is headed off to that land down under to take on a team of national stars. The team believes they can pick up from the strong finish last year.
Well, I thought toward the end of the year, we tended to play a little more relaxed, and we moved the ball a lot better, and everybody got involved, and hopefully that's what's going to happen this particular time.
And the Tigers will play 8 games down under. Coming up at 6 o'clock, the FedEx St. Jude shootout, more highlights and more on the Tigers playing basketball down under. And I bet they will come out on top. They're looking up for a good showing over there.
Of course, today the weather is somewhat coming out on top. Lightning is beating us.
We had hoped to go live to Southwind for Mike Keller, who's out there, but of course a lot of lightning around, and you can't put metal things up in the air when there's a lot of lightning around. Thank you, Nita.
Thank you, Nita.
Well, there may be something new in the Battle of the Bulge. That story just ahead. Plus,
reducing lead levels in the blood. I'm Doug Johnson with more coming up on the Health Watch.
There's so many good things going on in Memphis. There's a real sense of caring for our own, which is why I fly Northwest Airlines. They're a big part of Memphis, and countless charities and community causes. Now they're adding more jobs, plus a new schedule that gives their fellow Memphians better connections to 380 cities worldwide. So I fly Northwest. Northwest is for Memphis, so Northwest is for me.
Some people just know how to fly, yeah.
Add style to your bedroom with metal crab beds from Fleming's. Queen Canopy bed $179, or choice of matte black or elegant white day beds with frame $149. Shop Fleming's for big savings.
Buy one, get one free every Tuesday at Subway. Get 2 subs for the price of 1. A different sub each week. It's 2 for Tuesday at Subway.
I'm Dick Hawley, and I recommend that you call Memphis Funeral Home today about their affordable, prearranged funeral plan.
I see someone was smart and bought an Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra Special Edition. Well, they did get a car with anti-lock brakes, an airbag, air conditioning, power locks, a tilt wheel, and real seating for 6 for only $14,195. No, with the money they saved, they got another set of wheels. It's your money.
Test drive the Cutlass Sierra at any of these Oldsmobile retailers.
Beautiful linens are now on sale at David's.
Ralph Lauren Polo, Laura Ashley, the names you desire. Palais Royal, Martec, Fieldcrest. Once thought of.
Save up to 60% on fine linens and accessories for bed and bath. Save on Fieldcrest towels, plump bed pillows, or twin percale sheets, all sale priced $4.90. Full queen and king sheets, sale price too. It's Memphis' best linen sale.
Incredible selection.
Incredible savings.
Shop now, David's Home Fashions White Sale, David's Poplar Plaza.
News Channel 3 presents highlights of the Federal Express St. Jude Classic, starting Wednesday night at 10:35. Sponsored by Treasure Bay Casino.
Doug's here on the Health Watch to talk about another form of a silent killer, so to speak.
That's right. The news is getting better for some, but there's still some threat to others. Lead poisoning can cause problems for mental and physical development. The risk is lower for many, but the danger remains for a lot of kids. Lead in older types of paint or in lead-soldered pipes is a silent health threat. But a government study out today shows between 1978 and 1991, lead levels in blood have plummeted, down 78%.
Which tells me that there is a lot of lead on the surface.
But kids like 2-year-old Jaquan Black are still at risk. Health inspectors found traces of lead where he lives.
Then I thought about my other grandchildren because he's not the only one.
Poor minority children living in urban areas are at highest risk from deteriorating paint and lead-contaminated air and soil.
Because of their increased hand-to-mouth activity and because of their developing central nervous systems.
Lead exposure can lower IQ levels and affect intellectual and physical development. 2 million children and 1 in 5 African-American kids have a blood lead level of at least 10 micrograms per deciliter. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention say that's the level where treatment should start.
And so that we can identify people who may have blood lead levels that are high enough for some kind of individualized medical intervention.
Taking 99.8% of the lead out of gasoline in America is credited for the drop in lead levels. 6 million older Americans may be getting prescriptions for potentially hazardous medicines. A new report shows drugs they use are either ineffective or could lead to an increased risk of falling, cognitive impairment, or even heart damage. 82% of older people are using prescription drugs. And medical experts say there may be a new use for an antidepressant drug like Prozac. One side effect of Prozac is that people using it lose weight. Some doctors think it might help obese people by increasing a mood-enhancing chemical in the brain that also goes up when people eat. It would provide a sense of tranquility to people with emotional problems.
People are eating not because they're hungry, but because they're emotionally distraught. And if they are less depressed, less anxious, they will probably not eat as much food.
He does say the drug should only be used for overweight people with underlying emotional problems.
Well, I guess it's best to check with your doctor first before really using it.
As usual. We'll be right back.
Everybody's talking about it. Harrington and Ford, a winning team in the city mayor's race, at odds over the county mayor's race. What's going on here? And what's it really mean to the Mid-South? Also, a local army is fighting on foreign soil with hammer, nails, and bricks. We'll show you who they're trying to help at 10 on News Channel 3 tonight.
Tonight on Dave, Martin Mull, Anthony LaPaglia, and musical guests, Gin Blossoms and Kiss.
Oh, man, I don't know if I can stand this excitement.
Family. It's what drives Bill Morris. It's where he learned the values of common sense, accountability, and helping others. And it's what he believes is at stake in this election for Tennessee.
We need common sense in our government. When we're forced to put steel bars on our windows instead of on jail cells, and when we spend millions on air conditioning our prisons instead of our classrooms, something's got to change.
Bill Morris for governor. Common sense for Tennessee.
The first time Bill Frist could have registered to vote was in 1971. But he didn't get around to it until 1988. He didn't vote for Howard Baker or Lamar Alexander, and he never voted for Ronald Reagan. Bill Frist didn't vote for 18 years, and he's never voted in a Republican primary. Now he wants to be our Republican nominee for the United States Senate. He's got to be kidding.
Melrose Place, who's been doing what to whom on Entertainment Tonight?
Tonight at 6:30.
A lot of lightning around out of Southwind. How about around the rest of the
I'll
Mid-South?
tell you what, it's just getting ready to cross the Mississippi River. Here's NEXRAD Doppler radar. Storms are moving in. The forecast for this evening, thunderstorms likely, temperatures in the upper 70s, wind from the northwest at 5. Jerry, even as I speak, I hear the thunder rumbling.
Another wet night in store. Thank you, Mark. There's much more news ahead in just half an hour on News Channel 3 at 6.
Early voting could cause record voting in Tennessee. We'll have that story. Political signs are everywhere, but where are they legal? Monica Stokes will show you.
I'm Steve Hayslip at the Lester Community Center. The police department has set up shop here. I'll show you how that's helping the community.
Join us for these stories and much more, including an update on the weather on News Channel 3.